Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. The name of Brock Lesnar has once again become a major topic of discussion among the WWE universe. Fans are eagerly anticipating the return of the Beast Incarnate after two references to him were made on the recent episode of Monday Night Raw. However, there are still conflicting reports regarding the status of his comeback, despite the hints dropped on TV. Meanwhile, the Bloodline saga remains one of the biggest storylines in WWE, and the inclusion of Brock Lesnar would undoubtedly make it even more monumental. In this article, we will explore three potential ways Brock Lesnar could join the family saga upon his possible return to WWE. 3. A return with Paul Heyman could be a great option. One possible way to incorporate the Beast Incarnate into the Bloodline saga is by having him return alongside Paul Heyman. The special counsel has yet to make his television return to WWE. So, with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso seeking allies against the new Bloodline 2.0, Heyman could bring Brock Lesnar back to aid Reigns in this ongoing battle. Both Heyman and Lesnar share a storied history of alliance within the company. Additionally, in Lesnar's last appearance, he was portrayed as a babyface, even sharing a symbolic torch-passing moment with Cody Rhodes. Given this, a reunion between a babyface duo of Heyman and Lesnar makes sense and could provide a logical direction for WWE to include the Beast in the Bloodline storyline. 2. Roman Reigns might seek help from Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar certainly have a long history of bad blood and a fierce rivalry in WWE. However, with Reigns now positioned as a babyface, it's possible that he could approach the Beast for help in his battle against the new Bloodline. The recent conclusion of SmackDown made it clear that Roman and Jimmy Uso are in desperate need of allies to counter Solo Sikoa's faction. On the latest episode of Raw, Jimmy Uso attempted to reunite with Jay, only to have his invitation rejected. With two references to Lesnar dropped on Raw and his return seeming likely, Roman Reigns seeking assistance from the Suplex City owner presents an intriguing direction for the story. This move would not only add a fresh layer to the Bloodline saga but also elevate its intensity with the inclusion of Brock Lesnar. 1. Joining Team Roman Reigns as mystery partner at Survivor Series, War Games. At this year's Survivor Series, War Games, a Bloodline civil war is expected to unfold between Team Roman Reigns and Team Solo Sikoa. Given the rationale that Brock was portrayed as a babyface in his last appearance, joining Team Reigns would be a compelling option for his entry into the Bloodline storyline. The Beast Incarnate could make a surprise return directly at Survivor Series, where Reigns might find himself short a team member. A dramatic return like this from Lesnar would undoubtedly generate an earth-shaking reaction from the crowd and serve as a powerful way to bring him back into WWE's current landscape. As the Bloodline saga continues to dominate WWE's landscape, Roman Reigns finds himself in an increasingly precarious position. His cousins have either abandoned him or been expelled, while Solo Sikoa remains his sole loyal enforcer. The tribal chief's reign is teetering on the edge, and rumors are swirling about potential big names returning to shake things up. Enter Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate. Lesnar and Reigns have a storied history of wars over the Universal Championship, but with Paul Heyman in the mix, the dynamics could shift in a way that no one saw coming. If Lesnar were to reunite with his former advocate and return to WWE, he could be a crucial player in the ongoing Bloodline saga. But how exactly would the Beast Incarnate fit into this convoluted narrative? Here are three ways Lesnar could re-enter the fray, adding another layer to one of WWE's most compelling storylines. 1. The enforcer. Roman Reigns needs. Roman Reigns' dominance as tribal chief was built on fear and power, backed up by the unwavering loyalty of the Usos and Solo Sikoa. But as Jey Uso and Jimmy have walked away and Solo has started showing subtle signs of independence, Reigns might feel the need to secure another enforcer, someone even more intimidating than his family. Brock Lesnar, with his near-unstoppable strength and unmatched brutality, would be the ultimate enforcer. Lesnar and Reigns have torn each other apart in the ring before, but a temporary alliance could see the Beast Incarnate brought into the Bloodline to crush Roman's enemies. With Paul Heyman facilitating the negotiations, the idea of Lesnar aligning with Reigns becomes plausible. In this scenario, Lesnar wouldn't just be an enforcer, he'd be a wrecking ball aimed at anyone who dares challenge Roman's rule, including a rebellious Solo Sikoa or Jey Uso if he tries to return to finish their feud. This version of Lesnar wouldn't be a lackey but an independent mercenary, working alongside Roman as long as it benefits him. The Beast would devastate any opposition, giving Reigns a reprieve from the growing cracks in the bloodline. However, this alliance could only last as long as Lesnar finds it beneficial. The question would always linger: how long before Lesnar turns on Reigns and demands the Universal Championship for himself? 2. Paul Heyman's double cross. The ultimate betrayal. Paul Heyman is the master manipulator, and while he stood loyally beside Roman Reigns for the better part of 3 years, his past with Brock Lesnar can't be ignored. There's a possibility that Heyman could orchestrate one of the biggest betrayals in WWE history by bringing Lesnar back to dethrone the Tribal Chief. In this scenario, Heyman would turn on Reigns at a crucial moment, revealing that his loyalty was never fully to Roman but to the next big thing who made him famous. Heyman's decision to betray Reigns would likely come after the Tribal Chief pushes him too far, blaming him for the bloodline's implosion, questioning his loyalty, or putting him in situations where his life is on the line for the sake of the Tribal Chief's glory. Brock Lesnar's return, led by Heyman, could be a calculated coup designed to strip Roman Reigns of everything he holds dear: his family, his titles, and his power. This betrayal would see Lesnar return, not as an enforcer but as the challenger who takes it all from Roman. With Paul Heyman masterminding the attack, Roman would be left isolated, forced to face the very beast he once conquered but without the protection of the bloodline. This could lead to an epic feud that reverses their roles from their previous encounters, with Roman Reigns now the desperate underdog, fighting to reclaim his throne from a Lesnar who has the full backing of the WWE Universe and a vindictive Heyman by his side. 3. A reluctant alliance to take down a common enemy. While Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns have been bitter enemies for years, WWE is no stranger to reluctant alliances between rivals when a greater threat looms on the horizon. If the Bloodline's enemies continue to multiply, perhaps with the Usos teaming up with outside forces like Cody Rhodes or even AJ Styles, Roman may find himself in a situation where he has no choice but to make a deal with his most formidable opponent. Lesnar, though driven by his own desires, could be convinced to temporarily join forces with Roman if the deal is sweet enough. Perhaps Heyman brokers a truce by offering Lesnar something irresistible: a guaranteed title shot at WrestleMania, free reign to cause chaos on his terms, or a massive financial incentive. This would set the stage for an uneasy, combustible partnership where both men are fully aware that their alliance is one of convenience, not trust. Lesnar and Reigns could find themselves side by side, smashing through any challengers, all while knowing that the moment the dust settles, they will turn on each other. The tension would be palpable: every glance, every tag, every victory would be a countdown to when one of them decides to make their move. Imagine the visual: Reigns and Lesnar standing together in the ring, having just decimated a team of challengers, knowing that this fragile piece will shatter at any moment. The question would no longer be if Brock Lesnar would betray Roman Reigns, but when. This reluctant alliance would breathe new life into both superstars' characters, pushing them to explore new dynamics. Roman Reigns, who has prided himself on being the Tribal Chief, would have to swallow his pride and acknowledge that even he can't face the onslaught of enemies alone. Meanwhile, Lesnar would be an agent of chaos, waiting for the perfect moment to rip it all away. Conclusion: Brock Lesnar's potential return to WWE amidst the ongoing Bloodline saga could have massive implications for the Tribal Chief and the future of WWE. Whether Lesnar returns as Reigns' enforcer, turns on him in a Paul Heyman-orchestrated betrayal, or forms an uneasy alliance to face down a common enemy, the Beast Incarnate's involvement would send shockwaves through the WWE Universe. With Lesnar's unpredictability and destructive power, his reintroduction could either solidify Roman Reigns' dominance or bring about the end of the Tribal Chief's reign. Either way, the Beast's return would take the Bloodline saga to new, thrilling heights, making for must-watch WWE television.